How are you all doing? I was just going for a walk and I thought, wow, it's just so nice and bright. I could do this. Well, guys, I'm on my own today. DJ Val, DJ Valentino, he's a bit poorly and under the weather. And so today, we are doing a rebroadcast. We've gone into the archives and I just thought we'll pull one of our old favorites and we'll look at it over again. How are you all doing? I hope you're fine and enjoying the short-lived or the peep of spring as we're getting for this week. Enjoy. I will see you all at the comment section. For our new joiners, you are welcome to another edition of What's on Your Mind. But this week, just with Olive, but however, it's a rebroadcast. So we will see you later in the comment section. Please share, like, send to the friends and family. Let's all gather. Take care. See you.
What's on your mind? Let's talk it out. With Olive and Val, there's never a doubt. Morning vibes that feel so fine. Tune in now, it's breakfast time.
Yeah, look on her face. I gotta say, right, if you ever watch the adverts to this show, even I laugh at the advert, the What's on Your Mind advert, because you just have some expressions on your face, like either I'm doing something or you know, there's one where you're looking like, and there's other ones that you're laughing. It's a really good advert, actually. I must say, I do
Is
like
it the
that
one where I'm doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For the
nice.
What's on Your Mind advert.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good advert, and it encompasses. I thought about changing it, but I said no. It encompasses the show very, very well. All the little elements and things that happen. So it's quite joyful, quite playful, and I really like it. And you just did one of those faces now.
Good morning. Good morning. Guten Tag.
Hello.
Sunny Bonani.
Hello.
Jumbo. How are you all?
Dobre do.
Dravo.
Dravos.
Dravo.
No?
Mm-hmm.
Dobre don.
Yeah. How are you all? Kedu, Sanu, Lafia. How are you all? Have you been? It's been cold at our end. And everyone, it's cold, but she's wearing a t-shirt. You know my situation.
The studio has been set to optimal
It gets hot here.
operations. To be honest, I actually turned the heating off because I know if you come in, it's going to be too hot,
It
and then
gets
you
hot.
get
Yes, thank
too
you.
flustered. But it's been cold.
It does.
End of story. It's been cold.
How are you all? How's the weather been at your end of your neck of the woods? Hope you're good. Those of you in the heat or warmer climates, glory be to God. Hope you're coping with it. And those of you not so warm climates, hope you're good. Everyone keeping good and well and healthy.
Yep.
We'll give thanks. My greeting for today is hailing all the way. Thank you. Sorry for tripping on
I
my
thought you were
bits.
going to use your feet to actually. I was about to say, come on.
I did get it.
You did get. I just jumped in case
My
you know.
legs are feeling much better. Testimony.
Praise
Thank
the
you.
Lord.
Honestly,
Praise
they're
the
feeling
Lord.
much stronger. So
Praise the
Mr.
Lord.
Solomon is pushing me a bit more. We did a bit of skipping this week.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I haven't skipped in years because of the issues with my joints. So we're beginning to introduce a few more things that I couldn't do before. So we give God thanks for that. My greeting for today hails all the way from Mexico. You know what it is? It's simple. What is it, DJ?
Ondele, arriba.
No, that's hurry up.
Then it's got to be
Hello, it's just a simple one. Hello, what is that? You say it all the time.
Buenos dias.
No, hola.
Hola. Okay.
Hola. They're the owners of hola. Then again, many people say hola though. Many Spanish, Latin based, they say hola. But they also say another one. When you say hola, if you want to respond, I'm okay. You can say vale.
Vale.
Yes, vale, not val. Vale.
So it's Spanish. So the V will be pronounced V. So vale.
Oh, really? Okay. Thank you.
Valencia, vale.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hola, how are you all? You keeping good? Thank you so much for the worship session. Thank you. Starting it off really nice and soft and picking it up there at the end. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it.
It's my baby, my babino.
I know sometimes when the worship is really good, we begin to run our own commentary on the worship as well. But it's okay. Thank you so much for the commentaries. Keep it coming.
Keep it coming.
Yeah, God bless you all. On national news, nothing for me from national news except the cold snap. Are we still expecting snow?
They said it could come in. We're in February, so
Excuse me.
it could come in
February
February.
is nearly gone.
It could come in February.
February is nearly gone.
Oh, that's a clever show.
How did you spend your Valentine's Day?
Ooh, somebody went to a fancy restaurant. Well, all three of us went to a restaurant.
Family thing.
Yeah, it was a family thing.
No, but you had the little treat with your self-care.
Oh, yes. It's a treat for me. I don't think it's a treat for those guys in the shop when I get in there, because it's like they're hammering away all the dead skin. It's like there's enough skin for another foot when they do it. So.
His usual manicurist or pedicurist, it's so hard to get hold of her. So now
so far away,
found
in all fairness.
These people who are local and they're doing a fair enough job. So it's a real treat when we can get to go. For me, it's a proper. I treat it like daytime. But anyway, right. Really quickly, we've got so much to discuss today. On international news, the only one that got my attention, and for many reasons, Trump sends us back to plastic straws. He's reverted.
I actually thought that was a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke.
It's good, actually.
Because, I mean, the whole thing was to do with straws, but it's a bit more than the straws. Because remember, to find plastic disposable cutleries is so hard. Now, because of what we do, events and all of that, sometimes you need it. And it became a problem. We've had to revert to wooden spoons, etc. But also sometimes at home with the kids, I want that. But he's saying, no. He likes the reusable plastics. He's saying...
Go on. I saw what he said, and it does make sense.
He made a case for it. He's saying, we're not getting rid of plastics, but let's make them reusable. Reusables we already have. We've got reusables in this house. Do we use them? Not really. You guys still go for the paper one. So we switched, of
because
course,
that's
to
the
paper.
ones that we've got. I mean, I like the other one. The truth of the matter is, this is the logic. This is what he said. The paper one gets soggy and you can't use it.
Yes, which is what you all complain about.
So if you're drinking, you got to drink the drink quick. Otherwise, you're gonna, and it will just fold and flatten in your mouth, and then you'll just be
it's
paper.
But beyond that, the question was, were we able to even recycle the paper? Were we?
Well, no, if it's soiled, you can't.
Exactly. And many of them were not biodegradable. So anyhow, which camp do you sit in? Sits at paper straw? Plastic straw. Paper straw? Plastic straw.
I think it's like the fast food industry probably are the ones that would, and we don't do a lot of fast food. So for us,
no, it's the companies that are manufacturing this that are.
Oh, okay.
Because many companies began to fall down. I mean, imagine if you're producing, say, if you are the person who had the contract to produce the plastic straws for McDonald's. Imagine if that was your contract. Because McDonald's is not doing it themselves.
I would love that contract.
Exactly. Now imagine McDonald's telling you we can no longer do plastic. And if your company isn't set to produce paper straws, that's business going down for you or has gone down for you.
Niche, isn't it?
Thank you. So you need a specific set of equipment to produce paper,
Specific set of tools.
you know,
Sounded
not
like that guy in
taken.
yeah. I have a specific skill set.
I do have many specific skill sets.
Look at you, Miss Shalama.
Oh, guys, can you see my Shalimar t-shirt?
You have to
I'm
lift up
rocking
your mic.
Okay, sorry.
Your Shalama.
Get it ready.
Night to remember.
I've been rocking it actually, so it's.
I've got to find mine. I was saying I've got to find mine. I've got my MJ one. I need to get my Shalimar one.
I don't have an MJ one. And
You do? Oh, no.
no, I went for the tote bag.
Yeah.
Right. Moving really quickly, because like I said, we've got lots to cover today.
Okay.
So with our vegetable and fruit of the week, I went,
Oh, okay.
I want to be very intentional, as with most of what we do with this. And I thought we've covered immune boosting fruits and veg. We've covered we've talked lots on antioxidants. And every time I kind of go with the season as to what fruits and veg we deal with. But I think lately I've also been looking at my diet and the things that I need. Now, as you all know, my menopause is public secret. You all know it's dealing with me. And something I've been going through is brain fog. I could be in the middle of something and it would just freeze. And I wouldn't, where? And I'm like, where did I stop? You know, so now people who work with me, I've said that to them. And so they kind of know the look I make when I'm in trouble like that. So I have to have things written out. Because in my job, I can't make costly mistakes because I've got brain fog in the middle of, say, a meeting or in the middle of, say, an important presentation or something. So I'm dealing with that. And so I began to look into foods that promote brain health. So I went back to some of our old fruits and veg, and some of them touch on brain health, but I then began to research a bit more, and I thought, right, maybe you're with me, maybe you're not with me, maybe. And then I found out in the course of even investigating it, it's not just about menopause as well. There are people who, because they have a certain age, their 70s. We've got our mummies who are with us who are in their 80s. Mommy Catherine is 80. Mommy Chiwaneke, she's 88, 89. You know, and these women are still very alert. And I thought this too may benefit them. You know, and if you're in an industry where you need to think quick, think sharp, brain food is for you and I. So I thought for the next episodes, we would, whenever we get the chance to do fruit or veg of the week, we will stick to ones that I categorize under brain food or good for the brain health.
Okay.
So the one for today, dun 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 dun.
Oh, do you want a drum roll then?
Yes, please give it a drum roll. Come on, it's brain food. It needs some accolades.
There's a drum roll. Applause. No, I can do applause.
Whatever.
Okay.
Something. Thank you. Let's see the pic. The lovely avocado. Lovely avocado. Originating from the native Mexico. That's why my hello greeting for today hails from there.
Oh, makes sense.
And Central America, and belongs to the botanical family. It's actually a berry, because I thought, is it a vegetable? Is it a fruit? But yes, it's in the berry family. The Aztecs ate it and invented the guacamole. And would you believe it or not? When do you think it was introduced to the UK, this fruit?
In 1845.
You just made that guess.
Yes, I did.
1845.
Yes.
Very, very ambitious. This fruit was only introduced into the UK in the 60s, 1960 to be precise. That's when it was imported here. Huh? 1845.
Imagine I got it
Very
right.
Bold.
Imagine I got it right. You know, she would have been like, have you been looking at my notes? I said, I just love
Flesh
these
and blood
things.
revealed it to you, eh? Okay. No worries. Quickly, its benefits. The succulent fruit comes loaded with healthy unsaturated fat. Now, this reduces blood pressure and consequently prevents cognitive decline. It's also rich in monounsaturated fats, which contribute to healthy blood flow. This leads to, again, to improved cognitive function. It's also high in omega-3 fatty acids because of the other monounsaturated fats. Now, which amongst this, and these are amongst the few nutrients that promote brain health. Now, it's loaded with omega-3 in it. As we know, anything that's got omega-3 in it is great brain food. Now, we're going to go into more details, as I said, as the weeks go by, and we will unpack them bit by bit. You can eat it anyhow, raw. You can make guacamole, of course, with it. You can put it in your smoothie.
Eat it like that.
You can eat it that way. You can mash it up and have it with your toast, with your fries. It's a lovely dip, and it's a good accompaniment to both breakfast and main meals. You add it to your salads, whichever way. There's a lot you can do with it. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we kick off on corporate culture. How about that?
How about that?
8 a.m. breakfast show on Saturdays, with repeats on Sundays. What's on Your Mind is an uplifting magazine show for all ages. Her engaging and vibrant personality makes it a delightful way to start the day, offering a mix of inspiring stories, music, and discussions that cater to a broad audience. Tune into Soul Food Gospel, the ultimate destination for great Christian entertainment. Visit www.soulfoodgospel.com and click play. Kick off your Fridays with the Gospel Jam Show, where Brother Charles brings the heat with the best gospel vibes. Every Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., it's 4 hours of soul-stirring music, inspiration, and good energy to fuel your day. Don't miss the beat. The Gospel Jam Show is your soundtrack for faith and fire. See you this Friday.
Discover Lina's, where every bite brings that home-cooked comfort filled with flavors you love. Our savory pies are made with the finest chicken, fresh fish, and garden veggies, always perfectly baked and ready to satisfy. Craving a taste? Call us at 07481 500 and 85 903 or find us on Instagram at Linas258. Place your order today and taste the difference. Linas, deliciously tasty every time.
Got to say, I always do enjoy those ad breaks. As I said, that one of you sitting there, well, God knows what I'm saying, but you know, it's obviously somebody's thinking, oh my God, this man has started again. But anyway, shouts going out to DJ Tinashe. Did anybody catch the brand new Friday night show with DJ Tinashe from South Africa?
Friday Catch a Fire.
Yeah, for our Friday Catch a Fire new show lineup. It was absolutely amazing. Shouts going out there to you, my brother. Thank you so much for all that you do and did. He did a lot of work leading up to that. But anyway, let's get back. We didn't do the comments, so let's do the comments.
Jump into comments quickly. So I was so excited about Trump's straw, no straw. Plastic or no
and
plastic.
the humble avocado.
All right, go on.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you have to give it something to introduce it. That's it. It's your time of the show, your section, your comments. It's your spotlight. Start kicking us off is Mr. Frank. Shalom. What a deep dive into culture, nature, nurture. Mandela's life showed how all three shape us, but character and purpose define us. Mr. Frank, you're spot on. Character and purpose, two subjects that we've covered in depth on the show really do define us. And of course, it closes off with shalom. Shalom to you too. Thank you so much for your live contributions, for your posts, show contributions. We appreciate you. Thank you. Miss Ifoma, the discussion on Mandela's leadership was powerful. His ability to balance forgiveness and reconciliation is a lesson for us all. Absolutely. You know, and it makes you think, you know, you pause, like I was a pause for thought when you're examining these great leaders, their lives. Where am I with some of these things? Is there somebody, am I in a situation where I need to really forgive? I'm not sure all situations can create reconciliation. I'm not sure. And that was why, and that was revealed in the Truth and Reconciliation process, because
that they went through.
that they went through. So some people, all they wanted was an apology and they moved away from it. Some people wanted more than an apology. So sometimes reconciliation doesn't always mean we go back to what we used to be. Reconciliation can then be, where do we go? That's it.
Yeah, where do we go from
Where
here?
do we go from here? So I've forgiven you, but where do we go from here? And you find that a lot, even with personal relationships where things, or even family relationships where things have really broken down. You, especially during Christmas, you hear people make those comments where, oh, another Christmas where they have to put up with this, put up with that. But it's that finding.
Put up with no 5-bird roast. Hold on.
So yes, it is a lesson for us all. Thank you so much, Ifoma. Lovely. Moving on, last but by no means the least, Bumi. Mandela's story reminded us that true leadership is about serving others. His legacy of unity and peace continues to inspire generations. Absolutely. And who showed us what true leadership through service? Who showed us that example?
Jesus.
Yeah. You know, and you can't, a true leader really is one who has no issues serving. And you're so spot on that his legacy of unity and peace continues. Albeit every now and then, with what's going on now, you almost have to question, is that legacy still living on? But there's still people who are upholding it despite what's going on in that part of the world at the minute. Thank you all so much. Can we have a round of applause for them? Thank you. Please remember to come to the post show section on YouTube and post your comments. That's your time. That's your segment. Like, have your say on the show. Okay? Thank you so much. Moving on really quickly. We started, of course, with Mandela. We did nature versus nurture and even somewhat culture. We used them as a case study. And we said for today, we're going to go into culture, but I wanted us to look at corporate culture. So just as a reminder, of what we said, culture really in a nutshell is beliefs, values, behaviors shared by a group of people. It includes their knowledge, their art, their morals, law, custom, and other capabilities and habits. We use the Inuits and the Tuaregs as an example when we're talking about them. But today, I want us to focus on corporate culture. And when you talk about corporate culture, again, it's the same thing. They're shared values. What does the company believe? How do they behave as a company? What are the expectations? What is the organization known for? And then you hear comments like, it's the organizational culture. When BBC had that scandal, the one thing that everyone kept poking at was, this is a systemic organizational culture. This is what they're known for. This is their workplace culture. You hear, comments like that. So I thought, let's look at one big. There are many. I could have picked many organizations to do this, but I was looking at one that really has had impact on modern culture. I thought about Coca-Cola because you cannot study marketing and not study Coca-Cola. But they've had a long run. I thought, okay, we'll let them be for now. I also thought about
Pret.
Pret. They've also had a long run. Nearly how many years now?
I can't remember.
Over 75 years anyway.
No,
they've
not
been-
that long. They started in the 80s.
It is?
Yeah.
No? Okay. But they've also had an impact
Mm-hmm.
on modern culture. And I thought about Facebook. Again, they've had an impact on modern culture. So many companies out there I could have picked, but I settled on one. And because their impact spreads across many spheres, I thought we'll just use them for a case study. They're none other. Applause. Microsoft. Did you see that one coming?
I thought he was going to say Apple.
No, Microsoft. I thought about Apple, but I thought,
Should have thought harder about that.
I'm not a big fan of Google. No, they don't own Google.
No.
That's Google. No, all right.
Google on Google.
Microsoft is who I've settled on, and I'll give you I'm not sure we can finish this today because it's so detailed. But however, I'll make
We'll
a good
give it a
attempt.
go, why
Yeah, we'll
not?
give it a go. Right. What does corporate culture include? It includes the ways employees interact with one another. Yes. Like some will say, let's take Google, for example. They've got a culture of having, no, that's not Google. This is Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg's head office, wherever his head office is, they have a culture of having lunch together with him at the rooftop terrace of wherever their head office is. And of course, they've got a dress down culture. Can show up to work in your shorts, in your trainers. He's
In
a t-shirt,
flip-flops.
your flip-flops. That's their culture. How they interact with their customers and and their stakeholders. The only time they said he wore a suit was when he had to do that thing in Congress. Was the company's mission statement, its policies, what is it committed to? Every now and again, they'll be harassed to say, pull down a statement. Twitter will be asked to pull down a post or something. And they turn around and say, our policies do not allow us to do this. That's part of the company's culture. That is the things that culture includes. Incentives and reward system. So when people are sick, how do we handle them? When people have attained many years of service, how do we reward them? Those are all incentives, again, to keep the companies. It is said then that Microsoft hired hackers to be part of their programmers so that they would have the back end. So beat the criminal before, that's how they kept certain things running.
Bit like when you're in school when the headmaster hired the baddest boy in the school to be the headmaster.
To be the head boy.
Head boy.
Because he knew that he
Yeah.
would stop him or keep the naughties in line.
Yeah.
The company, then their training and their development programs. Some people say, well, if you go to that company, there is the CPD. It's fabulous because I remember Anderson Price Water, when it was Anderson and Price Water. I don't know
Before it
about
was
now.
Cooper, and was it Price Water Cooper?
Then it was just Anderson. It was just two of them then.
Wow. Okay.
Just two of them then. And they were renowned for their CPD budget. People who worked with them, you got to a certain point, they'll pay for your master's, they'll pay for your whatever qualification just to to retain you and to have the best skills. They were renowned. That was their company culture. Then how does that company culture, how does it then impact every other thing surrounding the company? How does it impact it? Of course, it's reflective of either their success or their failure. It's reflective of their maybe environment, their awareness of both ethical and unethical. Either way, whether it's to the left or to the right, it reflects it reflects their value, reflects or their lack of value. Either way, it paints a picture of what this company stands for.
Yep.
And then to understand it in a nutshell, we're not going to go into detail with this, but this is something you hear all the time. In order to understand the company's culture, you need to use the 5 Ps: their purpose, their philosophy, their priorities, their practices, and their projections. So the accounting company wanted to, by a certain time, they knew they would expand because they were into mergers. They wanted to make sure they had the best brains who were choopy, who were renowned, their legal team. They had an extensive apprentice program, graduate program to recruit legal minds, people who were just graduating from law school, because that was what their projections were. And you see the culture, all these 5 Ps help make up or paint what a culture can be. Also, if you can liken it to our lives even.
5 Ps.
Yes. Your
Liken
purpose.
it to our lives.
Yes, your purpose, your philosophy. What is it we've spent the whole of 2024 talking about our value system, our pillars of our value system. That's your philosophy. That is what you believe in. Your priorities. When you understand your value, you know what your priorities are. So we've just said now that we're going to focus on the fruits and veg that promote brain health. That's a priority for me, which I'm forcing and sharing with you all. Whether it's your priority, we don't know yet, but that is shaping. Then the practice of it. It can be a priority, but are you practicing it? Are you imbibing the values? Are you practicing the values that you state?
It's a good word.
Every company, yeah.
Imbibing.
Are you imbibing it? So every company says, oh, our mission statement. Even churches, charities, Tesco has it. What's that thing they say? Every little helps. Everybody has their mission statement, their ethos.
Never knowingly undersold.
John Lewis, never knowingly undersold. But are you practicing it? Are you imbibing it? So you would never go to John Lewis and you ask for a product and they tell you it's out of stock. Impossible. They would never use that word because their mission statement is never knowingly undersold. So if it's not in shop, we will get it for you. They could never say to you, sorry, we don't have it. No, they will get it for you because that then begins to inform the practice. Imbibing that culture, that ethos, that mission statement began to inform how they did whatever they did. Did I ever tell you the story of how when Mrs. Williams bought she went to buy an electrical product? Oh my goodness, I can't remember what this product now.
Toaster.
It was a big one. I can't remember when it was, whether it was when the air fryers had just come out or something, but it was a big ticket price. About 400 and something pounds you paid for this item.
I don't think that's an air fryer, is it?
I cannot remember what it is. I'm not sure. It's long gone now. And we gone to John Lewis. So we went to collect. They've got the collection points.
At the back.
Fine. We collected it. We didn't open it there and then to check. But then I happened to help her pack to travel. This aunt of mine lives in Nigeria. Auntie, if you're watching, hello.
Hello.
She lives in Nigeria and I was helping her pack to go back. And I thought, this is too much. The casing was really bold. I unpacked it. Lo and behold, dun, dun, dun.
Empty box.
It wasn't the product that was in it. So clearly something had gone wrong in the warehouse. We picked up the phone and it was Brent Cross. Call them. Oh my Gideon. How'd you say it again? Say it.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Listen.
Oh my giddy aunt.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Oh my. This company flew into action. They said to us, can you get it back to us now? We said, no, we can't, unfortunately, because she was going. But it's a good thing that I thought to pack up for her early because she wasn't leaving that evening. She was leaving the next day. So normally I would have packed for her the next day. But that evening, I just had some energy. I said, let me pack you up and I can weigh the cases.
Yeah.
Anyhow, first thing the next day, she said, but I can bring it in myself the next day. She said, lovely, because I'm traveling. She went in. We took everything as so there were some clothes in it. There were just
Someone's done a switcheroo,
a
man.
real switcheroo.
Oh.
Anyway, she returned it. These people were so apologetic. It was like the floor couldn't open up to swallow that department. The amount of people, she said, that came to meet her. They took everything, of course. They were going to investigate. They gave her back. They gave her the item. They gave her the item. Hear this. They gave her the item and gave her a voucher for the same value of the item. Now, this is a company that
That's
has
John Lewis, right?
John Lewis.
Yeah.
They've put them. They've survived on telling you we're never knowingly undersold. Then you come to us, and a scam has taken place. No way were they going to let that.
Someone had a brand new air fryer.
Oh my
somewhere,
goodness.
man.
Look, they assured her.
That is funny.
They sent her a letter, eventually even apologizing. Afterwards, she was embarrassed. It was like, okay. And they explained to her, this is not how. But what am I trying to say?
Somebody put they probably those clothes equal the weight of the product, so you wouldn't know it was empty.
Yeah,
so
that's what they did.
they probably thought doesn't sell that much. So maybe if we just swap it
Crazy. But she said
out. Just say, not because I would know anything at all about that. Just in case you're wondering, he seems to have
How does he know
yeah, he
this?
seems to be very clued up in terms of what happened there. I did not work for John Lewis ever or in a warehouse. I have never committed that kind of crime.
All right. Well, moving on really quickly. Let's go to Microsoft. We will not finish this at all
Okay,
today.
let's do Microsoft.
But let's just start of Microsoft.
Okay.
It has had, of course, everybody. Do you remember the first time you used the Microsoft product? And when they started, the Windows wasn't even their logo. Do you remember what their logo was? I can't remember, but anyway, let's move on. And they've influenced technology, businesses, entertainment, and even social interactions. Let's just cover a few things. I think today what we're going to do, we'll just maybe do two. We'll touch on personal computing because everyone's been affected by that, and maybe cloud computing. Let's just do that, and next week we'll finish it off.
Look at you, tech expert, cloud computing. Ooh.
What do you take
I
me
can't wait.
What do you take me for?
Ooh.
You're not the only. I have information. I might not have the practice, but I have information.
You know, me and Alistair, we are the certified geeks in the
Yes,
house.
that's fine, but I have the
we
data.
are the techies.
That's fine. You've got the practice. I've got the info. The
In all
data.
fairness, you do know more than you kind of let on sometimes. So it's very, very true. You do surprise us. Like, how did you know that? And you go like, you know, what are you trying to say? It's like,
Exactly. I have to deal with my own IT stuff sometimes. Anyway,
very impressed. Mhm.
personal computing, Windows operating system. Who does not know Windows? Everybody knows. It launched it's been its cornerstone of personal and business computing since its launch. When did they launch? Do you remember?
1986.
80s. You're very, very correct. In the early 80s, by democratizing access to personal computers, it changed the way we worked, it changed the way we learned and communicated. Nearly all businesses and schools adopted Windows for its user-friendly interface. It was very user-friendly, and widespread compatibility, shaping modern workspace. But they were accused of domineering that space, remember? And they actually went to court for it, and licenses had to be broken up.
Yeah, because it was this whole thing of they wouldn't sell the computer without selling
Their
software.
software suite was just theirs.
Yeah.
Microsoft Office with tools like Word, Excel, PowerPoint became standard. You couldn't even, if you went for a job interview,
you know PowerPoint? Do you know
what
Excel?
system do you
know
use
this?
exactly?
Yeah.
Professional and academic settings as well. And these tools, of course, they made their products speak to only their products. Hence, they got into the issue with the courts, and that case went on for nearly 3 years. Back
I think it
and
was
forth.
longer than that before they had to break.
Finally, it went to court.
Yeah, because it was
Because
like
it
a
kept-
monopoly. You couldn't use the computer.
it was monopoly.
Yeah,
It was
okay,
not
yeah,
like
not like
it
it
was. It was
yeah.
monopoly, and because they would only make their system speak to their one, they wouldn't speak to other products. The likes of
Terrible.
and what he claimed was that, but they got other companies like, say, the guy who did Scion, the one who did not Sage, oh gosh, Michael Ellison's company. Oh, I can't remember the name of the company now. They
Okay.
did some of the hardware for them, and that was his like, excuse me, I'm working with other companies, so they can't say I'm
He just
monopolizing.
had no competition, so he did what he wanted.
to do. Right, cloud computing, really quickly.
Okay, yeah.
So, for those of you, Microsoft Azure is responsible. For those of you who don't know, I stopped myself, but many people do know. It's called Azure. It's a major player in the rise of cloud computing with head-to-head with, and they went head-to-head with Amazon and other web services providing
Amazon S3.
infrastructure platform for those kind of services. And the growth of cloud technology, it revolutionized the way remote working got done. And it was like businesses literally scaled up. So the truth, remote working didn't become a thing because lockdown happened. No, lockdown happened because this system was available and many companies were already jumping onto it and providing. Because I remember even companies like the hospitals, NHS, many of the support staff were already working from home. These systems allow them to do it. Products like even Office 365. We then had things like the core products like Teams. Which other ones?
Teams, Office, OneDrive,
and SharePoint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
SharePoint's
and you
another big one
could
too.
do all of this remotely. Do I have time to throw in one more? Gaming and entertainment. They own the Xbox. Xbox. Did you ever get a young man or even grown man
Grown men now.
addicted to Xbox? And their entry into the gaming market was something else. Huge impact on how people in that sphere dealt with gaming. And it popularized the online gaming where it wasn't just you gaming locally. You could now game, somebody is in where? At Tatica, and we're playing the same game. They did that. And also they did a lot of acquisitions of studios. Like there's a suite called Bethesda. They acquired that also caused a bit of hoo-ha. And the whole social interaction that Xbox allowed them to do also opened them up again to criticism over safeguarding, safety, etc., because of how susceptible grooming and all of that could happen through those platforms. So as
Xbox is a really good example, to be honest, because they weren't in the console business.
No.
It was Nintendo and Sega.
That's it.
Then I think it was PlayStation. I might be wrong. And then Xbox. Either they came in and those two just took over.
They cleaned house with it. Yes.
Yeah. That's a cute. Yeah. That's a good. That's a real good way of looking at the whole culture and thing. They decided that this is what they wanted to do with gaming.
Yeah.
And you got to remember probably that most games originally started off on a PC anyway.
Yes.
Just because you know, that was given. But to then take that and then put that in a console and really push when that comes out. So yeah, that's interesting. Oh well, good take. Well done. Well done,
So-
our technology expert.
No. There's lots of research and reading. So just for today, recap for Microsoft, we're saying they've impacted
culture,
the
yeah.
modern culture.
So their culture has impacted our culture.
Yes, their culture, the culture of this company. This what I wanted us to look at was focus how this global company has impacted modern culture. And we talked about personal computing, cloud computing, and the gaming and entertainment industry. And so far, that's just 3 aspects that we know that they've had an impact in. Next week, we'll look at others, and
Yeah, there's a lot more.
there's
as
a
well.
lot more. I didn't realize. Oh no, they've spread across. And like I said, no matter what cave you live in, you've heard of Microsoft.
Your
Better
business
still,
runs on
no
Microsoft.
matter what skill, what cave you live in, you've heard of Bill Gates.
Yeah, one's on Windows. I think one of the most popular operating systems was Windows XP,
XP, yeah,
and some companies still use it,
still use it.
like your one, right?
Yes. Yes.
XP was one of the most
Yeah.
stable operating systems out there. So,
So
and I'm an Apple guy, so for me to say that, then Anyway,
Well,
let's
we'll
not get
see.
into the big Apple debate.
Let's
Maybe
not
I
get-
should come back with a bit of Apple culture next week.
maybe, or the week after.
Okay.
Wrap the season up with that. Who
Yeah, a
knows?
bit of Apple culture and yeah.
I hope we haven't bored you. Tell us. Put it there. Answers in the postcard. How has this company impacted your world, impacted your home? How? What's
Culturally.
Your culture? What's your first experience of Microsoft? At work, at home? Which, tell us. Do you still grapple with Xbox and have to pull your kids off of it? Or even your other house off of it? Do you?
But you can use it to play. Oh no, I think that's maybe PlayStation. One of them you can use it to play. Back in those days, you could use it to play videos as well, DVDs, sorry,
DVDs.
and stuff like
I'm
that
not.
as well.
I'm
And
not.
then there's been out there anyway. Let's not even bother to go
Go
down there.
there.
Any shout outs?
Yes, loads of shout outs.
Okay.
Thank you. So you go for it.
No, I haven't got any. So you said loads. You go for it.
Loads. Yes, I do have loads to all our online listeners, to all our background listeners, to all our podcasters. Remember, the show is on podcast. So if you need to share it with your friends and family and you don't want the music, you just want to send them the chat, the conversation, because you think if it was on Instagram, you'd go at this person. So you can pull the podcast from where?
From the Apple Podcast Store, Spotify podcasts, and most major podcast platforms. We're syndicated into quite a few. And also over there at soulfoodgospel.com, you can find the podcast over there as well.
On the
We are
website.
setting up a new podcast stream. So the engineers are working on that as we speak. It's just going to be dedicated to what's on your mind. So there'll be no Soul Food Gospel. It would just be what's on your mind.
Thank you. Thank you for the updates. We'll keep you updated as they complete all those little tweaks.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you so much to all the live chatters. Thank you so much for your company this morning. Thank you. Shout out to your birthdays, anniversaries, those who haven't been feeling well. Let us know. We'll send a prayer and get well wishes for you. Get well soon. And I wanted to say shout out to my girlfriend Ngozi. She's not been very well, and I hope you're listening today, because one of the reasons I also thought I'll do a shout out to you today, because she's been recovering from also a brain meningitis, and that's a brain disease. And I thought either way, this show, hopefully if you see it, could inspire you, because she's very fussy with food.
Brighten your day.
I'm brightening your day. Get well soon. We love you. Or keep up the recuperating and the strengthening, okay? We love you. And if you've not been feeling well, and again, you just need some juju, let us know. And we'll do a shout
me
out.
up.
pick me up. Yes, that's what sometimes the show, this morning show, does for some people. It's like a little pick me up pill for them.
Tonic.
I hope that today has been the same for you. Shout out to the post show commenters. Thank you very much. Shout out to the live chatters. Thank you very much. To the mummies, aunties, all the background listeners, to the WhatsApp commenters. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of you. And I hope you had a good Valentine's, however you celebrated your Valentine. Low key, high key, side key.
No key.
No key at all. No key at all. Whichever way. Listen, the real deal Valentine is Jesus. So if you don't have
You
an
can say
honor,
the real deal Valentine was me then.
no, the real deal Valentine, the person who initiated love itself, the person who is love, is our God Almighty. So if you don't have a man to be your Valentine, if you have good friends to celebrate and express love, go for it. Now, if in your situation you want your Valentine to be a man, we will pray for you. Okay? If you have children and families to share love, so it's not just eros, but it is agape love. If you've got a church community, charity community, whatever family you have that you want to use to express love in this season, go for it. Don't limit it to eros love. Okay? God
All
bless
right.
you
And
all.
on that cheery note, hasta luego, people. We are off back to Mexico with our Xboxes and our cloud computing today, people.
Handele. Bueno. Bueno.
All
Very
right, we're
good.
gone. We'll see you next week. Bye.
May the good Lord keep
Oh.
you. May he bless you.
I nearly pressed.
May he shine the light of his countenance upon you. May the God of love himself spread upon you peace, joy, unity. Do not render evil for evil, but instead be the light and shine that you want to see in Jesus' name. We love you. Bye.
Now we're going. Bye.
What's on your mind? Let's talk it out. With Olive and Val, there's never a doubt. Morning vibes that feel so fine. Tune in now, it's breakfast time.